guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, today we're gonna make an update on some orchids that you didn't see in a long while or you would just like to see. And you'll have to excuse that noise. There's somebody on our neighbor's roof that's working and it's so weird because I'm filming like a few meters away. Even though my greenhouse is closed, it's still weird. This is the first time when I actually feel like I'm talking by myself and people can see. Anyway, let's get to it. This is the Schomburgkia thomsoniana. She resides in my IKEA stand right here. And this orchid didn't do much lately, I have to say, but recently she's growing a new growth right there, so she's acclimatized already to this environment and I hope she will like it because she does receive tremendous amounts of sunlight, even though it's filtered. Now you might wonder why this orchid is so tiny compared to how it used to look like if you know her. Well, she got divided. One of the divisions actually went to Anna Maria from Miracle Orchids. I'm not sure how that one is doing, but Anna, do let us know. So the Schomburgkia is here. She's doing okay. I hope she will not be set back too much because it's gonna take a long while until I see a flower. This particular one seems to grow one pseudobulb per year, so that's not really funny, but what can we do? Okay, the next orchid you guys wanted to see is the Neofinetia falcata, currently known as Vanda falcata, but there's a thing. If you visit the RHS Orchid Registry, you'll see that both names are in use. They are synonyms, so if you say Neofinetia, even though it has been reclassified as a Vanda, it's still okay. Same with the Sidereia, same with everything else. Things are synonyms, you don't need to change their names. You can call them however you want as long as they're synonyms. Anyway, this is the Neofinetia falcata. She is doing quite okay. She absolutely stabilized pretty hard in the ceramis, so I'm sure she has roots inside. And as growth is concerned, she has this growth here. When I saw it, I thought, could that be a flower spike? But it's not the season, although they can bloom in autumn as well. I don't keep my hopes high, but there's a thing. Whatever new growth I have on this orchid, whatever new fans, they look green when they emerge. And I have one there in the back. This, however, looks red or reddish. So even though I'm not expecting a flower spike or anything, who knows? It will be nice to have a surprise, won't it? Okay, here's the Oncidium Twinkle that I received from one of my viewers and he wanted to see how he's doing. I have to tell you, everything is looking quite great. Considering this orchid was a bit stressed when first arrived to me, I think it's doing quite nice. The orchid seems... Oh, she actually seems very stable. Did you see that? Yeah, I think the roots are really going inside the medium and I'm quite happy with how it grows. And I hope you're happy with how it looks like as well. Next up, you guys requested the bulbophyllum update. Here's my Elizabeth and Buckleberry just maturing this pseudobulb right here. He's looking quite amazing, looking quite great. The pseudobulb is not tiny, leaf is not tiny. Who knows, I'm really hoping for a flower. And by the way, if you don't know the video with the flower of this orchid, check the info card right here or the description below. It is such an amazing flower, very, very different. You wouldn't even say it's a flower. I absolutely love this one. I think it is easy to grow compared with other bulbophyllums that I tried. You'll see in a minute why I say this. It is easy to grow if you're thinking of starting your bulbophyllum collection or just having one in your collection. I would definitely go for this one. Pretty tough guy. And here's the Barbie Jerem. If you remember, we mounted him on this ceramic slab with some Cintiq. He's not okay. Didn't like it in that mini greenhouse and I didn't like it either. So there's a multitude of problems here. I cannot just spray him because the Cintiq, and you might be able to observe, the Cintiq, when you use it a bit and then it dries out, it repels water. Can you see the differences in color? These are wet, these are dry. This is a bit damp, but this is completely dry, so even like this, it does not absorb water. It absolutely repels it, so I really cannot use Cintiq as sphagnum moss, as a top dressing, but I seem to have found a lot of new uses for Cintiq, as you will see in the future videos, so I use this stuff for everything else other than potting orchids in it, in a way. As for the Barbie Jerem, I don't know what's happening. This guy did not do well ever since I purchased it. Whether it's a environment thing, my care, simply the fact that he's a weak individual, I do not know. A little sad on that one. You can see he has a new growth here. He's trying to grow it, has a tiny little root somewhere. I decided to make it sit in water like this just for it to have more moisture. But as you can see, the Cintiq, it's not doing a good job at it. So not sure what to do with this guy for now. He's okay, kind of moist, but yeah, I don't know if this guy will actually do good ever. Okay, so this is my Dendrobium kingianum, whatever is left of it. What I did with this one is give it to Anna Maria. It was infested with spider mites. She wanted to do an experiment on mites and she said, it's okay, send it to me, I'll do my experiments. But I kept a little division out of it, and this is it. It grew a few canes. They're not the best looking canes, they're very tiny, but he is still alive and that's what matters. So yeah, I'm keeping him and we'll see how he does in the future, but this is what I have. He's not infested with spider mites anymore. I actually did the sugar treatment on this one. If you are a long-time subscriber, you know what I'm talking about. If not, just check the description. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, the sugar thing worked. He had no more spider mites ever since then. Leaves look okay. But yeah, he's very set back, as you can see. Here are some things that you didn't request, but I would still like to show you. This is one of the orchids that I featured in the video with the failures. I thought it would die. I was telling you that this new growth does not develop anymore. The roots have burned and they didn't grow. But in the meantime, look what happened. It's creating a new growth at the base. Also, let me see if I can show you. It's creating new roots. Okay, fingers crossed for no more burns. What I did was separate the cane that died, and as you can see, it has another one going yellow. It's okay, when it's dead, I'm just gonna separate it, cut the rhizome. I also placed it in a tinier pot, not because I wanted to stay dry, but because I can put a lot of water here and I can keep this orchid permanently moist until the roots actually start to feed the plant. And as you can see, the new growth is not so wrinkled anymore, and its new growth is growing and there are roots. So this is quite a miracle evolution, isn't it? But she's not the only one. Let me give you another example. Okay, here's another orchid from my viewers. This is the Brassavola nodosa crossed with Laelia purpurata variety Carnea. This is a good one. I really hoped for this one to do okay. It was not in the best condition when I received it. This growth was already on there. It didn't grow ever since, I have to tell you. So I really hoped that it would find some power to do okay, and I really hoped it would like my environment. Ever since I got it though, I had this root that didn't really develop all that much, but in the past 2 weeks or so, she grew this root. Right there, that's actually still growing, and they're both able to absorb water right now, even though this one doesn't look like it. And this new growth was wrinkled, but there are no more wrinkles in it. And this happened in the last week, I swear. So, wow, I'm so happy. I really hope I can keep this one healthy and I can make her recover, because trust me, just Google it. It looks beautiful. Or at least it's just one of those orchids that really suits my taste. And these were the orchids you guys requested some updates on. I have some bad news, but for a different video. Some of my orchids decided, no, I don't want to leave anymore. But again, that's for a failure video. So that's about it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye. What am I pointing to here? What could it be? It is the Cycnotus Wine Delight with a beautiful spike with 11 blooms. Now, if you will, please don't butt blast, okay? Okay.